right. It looks like we are live. Hello, everybody. This is meteorologist Andrew Pinero. Haven't been on a live stream in a while. Let's start sharing this out, and then we'll wait for some people to come in. And if not, we'll just go. It's not going to be a very long live stream tonight. All right, let's share this on out to the social medias. Hello, Delvin. Thank you for joining. I'm glad the notifications are working. I had no idea what was gonna happen because it's been a long time since I've been on a live stream, so I wasn't sure if they would push out because YouTube doesn't favor those that aren't regular with their content. So Delvin, thank you for joining. How are you doing? Raymond, hello. I'm shocked by the lack of severe thunderstorm events in Dixie Alley. I see that, Raymond. And how you doing, too? It's been a while. I always look forward to seeing you guys when I'm on the live stream. And also that lets me know the notifications were working, shockingly. All right, let me just send this out in a couple of different places here. Can't forget about the good old social medias. Gotta post some things. And looks like that's posted. One more. Posting. There we go. Okay. Oh, Delvin, interesting. Because I know Joe Jaffe posts fairly regularly, so it was weird that his notification or your notifications with him stopped. And yes, he's been around a long time. He's a regular YouTube creator. And Raymond, I actually didn't see the USA Today. I actually don't news outlets I haven't really been watching recently. I've really just been working and moving, still kind of moving, and still getting things organized. Like I still don't have my gaming computer here in this apartment, so I can't do a games and storms yet. I just upgraded my laptop to one of the newer processor laptops, and it's actually working out really well. I am shocked how good it is. It looks fairly smooth. I'm watching the replay of the live stream. Looks pretty good. Let me know what you guys think of the quality right now of the camera. Because the biggest issue I've had before with running the live stream just from the laptop was the processor, the fans really kept kicking up, or the processor wouldn't be able to handle it enough. And Delvin, I see you're going to be lurking in the background, 2 different chat rooms. Interesting. Yeah, it's a nice Saturday night for you then. New Minecraft coming out. The quality of the screen sharing, yes, is definitely the most important, especially when I switch over to the picture-in-picture style, which from this view that I have before I switched over, looks pretty good. So let's start here. I'm gonna switcheroo here. All right, so there's the. Let me see if I can move this a little. Maybe this way. There we go. I'll have to adjust that a little bit better later because I got a lot of stuff kind of tied to it. But let me know what you think of this too. Is the I don't know what happened, but the processor, the CPU usage on, because with OBS, it actually shows the CPU usage. It was at about 60 to 65% usage. And then I heard the fan kick down. I wasn't sure what happened, but now it's only using about 25% CPU. Very interesting. Okay. And Raymond, yes, I believe there was that flash flooding emergency. Because I'm not sure if you guys saw, but it was a little bit late, 2 months late. I finally got to upload my video I took the day after Ida came through. In that video, normally that creek, it's just a little trickle of water. But that day, it was a raging river with white water rapids. Okay, so let's start by taking a look at anything active there. I usually like to start with any watches, warnings, and advisories. Right now, nothing. There is a hazardous weather outlook, but it looks like it's really just for the water. So let's just take a quick peek at that. Frost advisory in effect until 9 a.m. as well. Let's see. That was it. Frost advisory in effect. Hazardous weather outlook. Yep. That's really it. Fairly quiet right now, which I'm not complaining about. I don't know why this is not showing anything there. No freezing temps in Boston yet. Came close. Delvin, do you know what the temperature is by you right now? It is 37 by me. Also, I'm going to take a little sip of wine. Cheers. Tasty wine. Okay, so nothing really out there. The one thing the past few years, the National Weather Service has done that I like, the weather story. So let's take a look at this weather story they're talking about. Expected rainfall. So this is really starting tomorrow night through Saturday. And some areas can get, looks like near a ½ inch of rain, or they're predicting Norwich, Connecticut, over ½ inch of rain. It's 39 right now. Okay, so 39 by you, 37 by me. So not that big of a difference, but still fairly cold. And yes, Raymond, the tornado emergency in Trenton. Forgot the exact place it was, but my wife's family was in that South Jersey area, not Trenton, further south, the one that's near Philadelphia. Something Hill. I forgot exactly. Ma something Hill. I forgot exactly what it was, but they were able to see the tornado from the house. Not close, like you could feel it, but you were able to see it they were able to see it in the distance, which was really freaky. All right, so that's really the only weather story they're talking about here. Mainly dry conditions will continue through the day on Sunday. Rain showers will move in Sunday night as a cold front approaches from the west, generally between ½ inch, ½ inch of rainfall. Okay, so that's what we're going to be starting to expect. But nothing really tonight. It looks like it's partly cloudy out where I am right now. Which actually I didn't bring up yet. Let me bring that up. didn't come up there. I gotta dig through my bookmarks. Here we go, the satellite. Let's change the region. And let's switch that to the nighttime microphysics. So that's probably, might be coming through this little patch of clearer sky at the moment. Otherwise, looks like it's fairly cloudy in a lot of areas. Let's switch this to some shortwave. There's some thicker clouds moving through, but then it looks like it's breaking up a little bit beyond that. But there's really no precipitation right now. And even if I bring up the radar, so let me do that. Where'd you go? Radar, the first one. There's really nothing right now in that where the clouds were, which is right about here. No precipitation coming up on the radar. That's all through here. All right, so that is really calm right now. And we're seeing here when we take a look at the surface map, high pressure. That's pretty much what's keeping any of the precipitation at bay right now. Radar Mega. Raymond, I've actually never heard of Radar Mega before, but I love Radar Scope. I actually open it up right now. Ooh, it opened up on the wrong screen. Hold on. There we go. Radar Scope. I really like Radar Scope, especially because it works really well on the iPhone. And there's a couple different modes. This is called the expert mode now, which doesn't filter out any of the radar data. So that's why you're seeing a lot of this ground clutter. Let me see if I could turn that off just to show you the difference. Where are you? I always forget what that is. Where's that settings? I don't think I can find it right now. Don't know what this is. Apple M1 Pro Export Quirk. Okay. I'll have to figure out what that is later. Anyway, at least on the radar, ignoring the ground clutter, there's really nothing happening right now. That's nice, too. And the winds are fairly calm by me as well. Wrong way. There we go. All right. So now we take a look at some of the things that are going on right now. And it looks like this system here is going to be the one that's probably be coming through the area. Now that we kind of have an understanding, usually what I like to do with the forecast is start with the diagnostics part, understanding what's going on in the atmosphere right now. And then we look at the prognostic part, the forecast models. All right, so here in a good old GFS with tropical tidbits here. High pressure is in place, and that's through the beginning of the day tomorrow. And then it looks like tomorrow evening, we're starting to see some showers develop. Again, it doesn't look like heavy, consistent showers, but there could be some maybe little downbursts in there, or not a downburst, but little just burst of some showers that are heavier that doesn't come up actually on the forecast model here. It's not Bristol. I know the one you're talking about, Raymond, but that's still not Mullica Hill. So that was it. If you look up the tornado in Mullica Hill, that's near where my wife's family is. Yes, Raymond. All right. So some of these showers, yeah, it's really looks like a dry weekend. It was good today. Tomorrow, for the most part, looks pretty good here on the GFS. Then overnight Sunday into Monday, looks like it's going to be a little wet. And we are getting close to that time of the year where, especially upstate New York near the Finger Lakes, going to the Great Lakes there could be a little transition to some wintry precipitation. And then behind that, looks like it gets cold again. Behind the cold front brings the cold weather. But also looks like it's going to be breezy after this, too. So Monday night into Tuesday, as that low pressure makes its way out and the high pressure makes its way in, it looks like it's actually going to be causing a pretty high pressure gradient here. Lake effect snow, yes. Delvin, let me go back there. So there is an example of what looks like maybe some lake effect snow coming off here. And lake effect snow is actually one of the trickiest things to predict, too. So, yeah, we're seeing some lake effect snow through there. Tuesday, high pressure still in control, but that low pressure, it's still in the picture. Literally in the picture. So it's still going to be fairly breezy, it looks like. Just reading your comments, Raymond. 3 big tornado events here. May 31st, 85. May 31st, 98. Also, you can't forget May of 2018. I remember going live from my porch when the tornado outbreak was occurring, and I saw it coming, and I was like, I gotta end the stream. Gotta head inside, guys. Bye. All right, so that high starts to come in a little bit more in line with our longitude by, looks like, midday Wednesday. So that's when we're going to start to see the winds die down just a little bit. But before that, it looks like the winds really pick up after the front moves through Monday into Tuesday and the first part of your day on Wednesday. And then for Thanksgiving, the question will always be, are they even doing it? Assuming they're doing it, will the balloons fly? I think they are doing it, weather permitting. And the weather permitting part looks like it should be okay. High pressure is still acting like a shield, little blocking pattern going on there. The pressure gradient starts to decrease because the two low pressure centers are far away enough that we don't have that high pressure gradient. So Thanksgiving itself, we're not really going to go too far beyond Thanksgiving yet, but Thanksgiving itself looks like a pretty good day. So that's on the GFS. Let's bring up the Euro here. All right, so still fairly clear and dry. Going through Sunday as well, but then Sunday night is where it looks like some showers are going to start to come in. And it's also showing that pretty higher pressure gradient for later in the day on Monday after that cold front makes its way through. Yes, Raymond, the correlation coefficient would have been handy in those events, but that's what I love with technology. It just keeps advancing, which I'm really enjoying this laptop right now. I don't know what caused it to get a little bit better, but it seems like it's working better right now than it did at the beginning of the stream. Go figure. And I'm using Ethernet, as I have a Thunderbolt dock I have Ethernet plugged into. Knock on wood somewhere. No dropped frames so far. I love that OBS actually records that. And I'm feeling pretty good about this stream. Knock on wood. All right, so the Euro here also shows that higher pressure gradient on Monday, so a little bit breezier after the cold front makes its way through. And we'll talk temperatures at the end of all the forecast model stuff, but for now at least, why didn't you go? There we go. There we go. Continuing on through. Still looks breezy with those tight isobars together for that higher pressure gradient through Tuesday morning. Pretty much stays in place through Tuesday. And then going into Wednesday, the high starts to make its way a little bit closer. And when the high makes its way closer to the area and kind of longitudinally in line with us, that's where we really start to see the pressure gradient really dropping. And Delvin, thank you. Yes, I think this is working really well. Okay. And then continuing through, Wednesday looks good. The all-important Thursday morning looks good there for Thanksgiving morning for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Hope that sounded as good in the microphone as it did in my head. And we're not really going to go too far after Thanksgiving, but at least through Thanksgiving, it looks good. Okay, that's the Euro. Last couple here. The icon, and I switched it to the 12Z run because that one goes out further. So here we got that high pressure in place, giving us the fairly calm conditions right now. Sunday, high pressure still has a little bit of an influence, so that's why during the day on Sunday, it looks like we're not really seeing too much. Then overnight Sunday into Monday, looks like some showers develop. Again, not really heavy, but afterwards, once that cold front moves through, and you can see the cold front just by looking at the isobars. You look for the kinkiness. So here, even though it's not very even, the isobar, there's a little kink right there. There's a little kink right there. So that's how you can identify the spine of the cold front. So there's the cold front right there, pretty much right at the end of the precipitation, or the rain shield. Interesting. I'll have to look into the climatology of that for the generational tornado outbreak every 40 to 50 years. That should be interesting. All right, so here, Monday, looks like it's going to be cold. Well, at least rainy in the morning. Then once it clears out in the afternoon, it's going to be windy, and it's going to get cold Monday night. I'm glad I'm only working till about 6:30 on Monday, because then after that, it looks like it's going to get cold there. But that pressure gradient with these isobars, the black lines getting fairly close, is still in place overnight Monday into Tuesday. So Tuesday still looks like it's going to be a cold and windy day. Going to Wednesday, it looks like that high pressure right here, the 1030 millibar high, is strong enough, even though it's not close, to keep this precipitation in the Atlantic at bay. And going into Wednesday, looks fairly clear. The high then starts to make its grander approach. Looks like it's spreading out here. And that allows the winds to calm down. So Thursday morning doesn't look as breezy, and it looks like it's going to be fairly clear weather, calmer weather. So I think if they are going to run the balloons on Thanksgiving for the parade, I think it's going to go. I forgot exactly what the cutoff is. I think it's like 20 mile per hour winds. I think that 15 to 20 mile per hour winds would make sense. So that's the cutoff for when they don't fly the balloons. Also, Raymond, are you confident because you're looking at the climate data, or you're confident because you just want some tornadoes? Huh? I know you. All right. So that's the icon there. Now the NAM, as we know, won't go out as far, but let's see as far out as it can go. Oh, I don't think this run's finished. Let me see if I go back one. There we go. All right. So let's take a look. High pressure in place for the beginning of Sunday, so it looks pretty good. Then overnight Sunday into Monday, those showers start to come through. Now this, because the NAM is showing the simulated radar versus average precipitation rates. This is what I was talking about in the beginning of the stream. The yellow right there. There could be some very quick bursts of rain that the other models, because they're average precipitation rate based and not simulated radar like the NAM, it may not pick it up. If you have a burst of heavy rain for 10 minutes over a 6-hour average, that's just really not going to show up. So that's where I like looking at the NAM for stuff like that, because it does show the near surface reflectivity simulated radar. So yeah, it looks like there may be some little bursts of some heavier rain. Looks like Monday morning. All those little yellow splotches there. And then again, in agreement with the other ones, behind the cold front, you got those isobars packed tightly together. So it looks like it's going to be pretty windy, and it's going to get cold Monday. Looks like the same, and looks like it's also showing that lake effect snow. Yes, we may be seeing some lake effect snow already. Yes, actually, that's a fairly interesting point, Raymond. Thunderstorm events been on the upswing in the northeast states. We have been seeing more and more tornadic severe weather outbreaks in the recent years than we have ever before. There are events like Raymond you were talking about in the past, but they just haven't been as frequent as they have been really in the past, I'd say maybe 5 years. Maybe that's something worth looking into and researching. All right, so going into Tuesday, I keep forgetting today's Saturday. I'm like, why is the NAM still going? So at least going through the end of the NAM here, Tuesday does look clear, at least for us here. But according to the NAM here, Raymond, you may be getting some of that lake effect snow shower action. There's a chance there. It's getting kind of close to the Albany area. And yes, we do have to throw the global warming into the mix too, which is, again, a very interesting research topic. All right. That's the end of the NAM there. So at least it looks like going into Wednesday, it's about the same picture as the GFS, as the Euro, and as the Icon. So I'm fairly confident once we get another day or two out, the NAM will be in agreement with those, saying that Thanksgiving is going to have a high pressure kind of in control there, enough that it's going to leave the area dry, although it might be a little bit on the breezier side, like too breezy for the balloons, not really breezy for us. Maybe 10 to 15 mile per hour winds Thursday morning. But I don't know exactly where the cutoff is, where they won't fly the balloons for the parade. So that's what it looks like, at least through Thanksgiving. And one more thing before we call it a night, I want to take a look at, here we go, the MOS data. And we're going to do the MAV, the MET, and the MEX and the MET. And we're going to do it for KEWR, KISP, KISP, and KHPN. At least through here. Maybe I'll throw it in for you, Raymond and Delvin. KALB. Not 100% sure what Boston is. BOX. KBOX. I believe that's it. View bulletins. Did I get it right? HPN, Albany. BOS. What do I think S? KBOS. KBOS. Yes. I don't know why I thought X. And yep, KBOS. All right, so let's take a look here. Looks like it's going to be, what's the climate data, at least for now? So for Newark, the high temperature should be about 50. About 50 there. 48 for White Plains. Albany Climo, average high of 44. And Boston, average high of 48. So keeping those in mind, we're going to be a little bit above average for the next couple of days. The end of November is quickly approaching. But what I'm curious about, so here for Newark, 55, 53, 45, 49, and then 56. So Thursday, Thanksgiving, actually might not be that bad of a day in terms of temperatures. For there, let's see, 55, 51, 45. So it does get, as I mentioned, colder after that front makes its way through on Monday. And this high of 51 might actually be in the morning and not the afternoon. For, what are we on? Ice slip with the mechs. And then gets a little bit warmer going to Thursday. Oh, Delvin, yes, I totally agree with you. My sense of time has just completely gone. Like, I still keep thinking it's Tuesday. It's the Games and Storms live stream on Tuesday. And today's Tuesday. It is not Tuesday. Today is Saturday. Also, it's 3 days from now, so today's the 20th. So November 23rd will be the 1 month wedding anniversary already. I can't believe it's been a month since I've been married. Oh, that's exciting. Okay, anyway, going back to the temperatures here. White Plains, 52, 49, 43, because it does get colder after that. 46, and it looks like it trends upward going into Thanksgiving Day. So even though it may be a colder start to the week, by Thanksgiving, I think it's actually going to be a little bit better. All right, so now Albany. Let's take a look at these trends here. 49, 42, 40, 43, 49. So there's that stable trend for the tomorrow, at least right around. Actually, that's still above average. So 44 compared to 49. So we're a little bit above average, and that's kind of what we've been seeing throughout all these stations. Above average for Sunday. The high on Sunday, look at that, 40, 42. Not big of a spread because I think the high temperature for Monday will be in the morning. Then that cold front makes its way through. Normally where you would see the high temperature in that time of the day, but it's could be bringing colder air in. So I think the high temperature will be in the morning. And then colder air for Tuesday and Wednesday. Then a little bit of a milder temperature for Thursday for Thanksgiving. And then last but not least, Boston. So here we got 48 as the Climo average high temperature. So 53 tomorrow, a little bit above average. So it looks like we're trending kind of the same way for all these different reporting stations. So 53, 54, 41. That's quite a big drop there. So Again, I still think even going out as far east as Boston, the high temperature is going to be the first half of the day. And then in the afternoon and going into, or really in the afternoon, that's what normally where the high temperature would be. But I don't think it's going to be there. I think the temperature is going to be falling like a rock at that point. And then it gets a little bit more moderate going into Wednesday, and then above average for Thursday for Thanksgiving. So this looks like a very roller coastery, like I mentioned in my last video, a very roller coastery kind of temperature trend, which is what we normally do see for this time of the year in the transitionary seasons, spring and fall. All right, so that is going to wrap up this weather update video here. Live. All right. So, Raymond, Delvin, it was a pleasure like always. I'm glad you guys were able to join and glad those notifications worked. I always enjoy the conversation with you. And maybe Delvin I'll be trying some Minecraft coming up. Now, I don't think I'm going to have, especially with the holiday week this week with Thanksgiving, I don't think I'm going to have a lot of videos coming out, especially on Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, I'm probably going to have, even though I missed it last year, I'm probably going to have a Thanksgiving special coming out. And then the Thursday after that, I definitely want to try and get some more Tesla videos out for you guys. Even if you're not interested in Tesla, I just like sharing the Tesla experience, because I do have the Tesla wall connector up and running in my house, and it is working perfectly. And so far, I've really, really been enjoying the Tesla and electric cars overall. And Delvin, I'm glad it was a pleasure. Tesla, yes. Ooh, Tesla. I have it. It's parked out not too far beyond this wall over here. And it's really strange when you first drive an electric car. Well, not all electric cars. Some of them, like I know I've heard Priuses have a very high-pitched whine with the motor. Tesla does not. Tesla's very silent. Except when you floor it, it has such a cool, futuristic, electric sound to it that I love. It's could be addicting maybe. Anyway, I'm enjoying the Tesla. I got more content coming out for you guys. I got some plans in my head that I just got to get out of my head and into the camera and then up on YouTube for you. All right. So I hope you both had a great time. Anybody else that's watching this afterwards that you're new to the channel, feel free to hit that little subscribe button below and hit that little bell icon so you get notified, like Raymond and Delvin here, when I go live like this or I upload a new video. So overall, looks like we're still having a little roller coaster of temperatures for the week ahead, but Thanksgiving doesn't look like that bad of a day. A little bit above average in terms of temperatures. Looks like it's going to be dry, and it looks like it's going to be on the slightly breezy side, but I'll keep you guys updated as Thanksgiving approaches. Have a great rest of your night. Again, thank you all for joining. Thank you, Delvin. Thank you, Raymond. I'll see you all in that next video. Oh, cheers.